Hi, I'm Patrick Sheridan, musician, educator, author, conductor, instrument designer, and very proud KHS artist. For the last 20 years, we've collaborated with Jupiter Band Instruments, XO Professional Brass, and HERCULES stands. And today, I'm excited to share with you the latest innovations from HERCULES, the two-way low brass stand. So let's get into how this stand can make a difference for you. Let's talk about why a tuba stand is essential for players, especially at the beginning of their musical journey. Tubas come in lots of different shapes and sizes, and the height of the lead pipe relative to the bottom of the tuba and the angle that it comes off of the bell is different for every model of tuba. So having a stand to help support those different angles for different size players and different types of tubas is important so that you can connect to making music in an easy way and not have to focus on gripping to hold the instrument in your lap. One of the great parts about having a tuba stand as it relates to a young player is that often in the beginning of playing, a player is just having enough strength to hold the instrument in their hand. And if they're wearing pants that are slippery or their legs are more angled because they're shorter, it becomes more of a issue to hold the tuba than it does to actually play the instrument. So the stand relieves all of that strength necessary to hold the instrument by supporting it vertically and giving you a much easier option for finding a balance left to right that's comfortable for playing. The challenges of playing the tuba without a stand relate to the height of your chair, the angle of your legs, and then the angle of the lead pipe coming off the bell and the height of it. So if I'm going to hold my tuba without a stand in the traditional way that I normally hold a tuba, it's too low for me. So I either have the options of squeezing my legs together, which is tense, tension is the enemy of tone, or to shift the tuba to one side or the other, creating an imbalance to the left or to the right. So a tuba stand, when properly placed, alleviates all of that because it allows you to have a balance that's nice left to right, front to back, without any of the work being done by yourself. The stand takes care of all the support. One of the challenges we face when using a tuba stand is determining, especially when we're learning, how close the stand needs to be to us to help us with great playing. Remember, tension is the enemy of tone. So I want to make sure that when I'm playing, that this comes very close to me. I check in with how I'm supposed to sit. Knees below hips, head above the bones I'm sitting on, and then the tuba should be able to come to me rather than me go to the tuba. No good? Wonderful. Okay, next, we got to talk about height. We got to get this adjusted up and down so that it's comfortable to play. We have a new feature on this two-way stand, which is exclusive to our products for tubas, which is this power lock lever. And it allows for a much easier manipulation of the handle for height adjustment. It's easy to hold on to, and if you get to a place where it's tightened and you don't like the angle of this, you just pull it out and turn it to an angle that has less profile. Or, if you like not using our exclusive pad, you can actually make a hook for it to get it out of your way. So that's the feature of this. A little bit of utility, but more importantly, much easier to manipulate and adjust for height adjustment. Okay, let's make an adjustment for the tuba that I have here today. So I put it down in place, I make sure I get it close enough to me, and then I put the tuba on the stand, and I check the height. And if it's a little low or too high, this one's a little low for me right now, it's very easy to make the adjustment. I just lean down, take a hold of the power lock lever, make a small adjustment, tighten it again, check the height. Perfect, great support. It's time to make music. So what makes our low brass stand two-way? Well, besides the obvious of being able to use it from a seated position, the engineers at HERCULES have designed this beautiful carrying case, which has a surprise, which are multiple poles that can be used on the stand to adjust for height. Maybe you play in a club and you sit on a stool. Maybe you love to practice the euphonium or the tuba standing. We have multiple poles inside of our case that allow for you to make different adjustments for your tuba or your euphonium from a medium height or from a very tall height. Let's take a look at what that looks like now. Maybe you find yourself in a club with a taller chair or maybe even a stool. HERCULES has made a height adjustment for our tuba stand now that allows for that to happen. Or maybe you want the option to stand with your euphonium or your tuba to perform or practice for long periods of time. HERCULES two-way stand has that option now. Traditionally, tuba stands come with just one option for support, either a flat surface to perform on or one that's more stable, like a cupped one like this. The HERCULES stand comes with both options because of our exclusive nested HERCULES pad. So if you like to perform with a little bit more movement, because that's the way you perform, you use the tuba stand with the pad, and it allows for that type of movement to happen when you're playing. When I'm playing chamber music or solo music on this tuba particularly, this is how I use this stand, with the pad. But when I play a bigger tuba, like a B flat or a C tuba, or I feel like maybe for a particular passage I would like to have a little bit more stability, then I take the pad out and I use it this way. And then the feeling is much more stable when I'm performing, and I have much more feeling of support. So when I'm using it with a really big tuba, it makes me feel much more safe and much more like I don't have to worry about the instrument and I can concentrate on the music. Both options are available to you, supported or freedom of movement with the exclusive HERCULES pad. I use HERCULES stands exclusively in my home studio, from tuba stands to sousaphone stands, music stands, and microphone stands. HERCULES makes the very best in all of these categories. Quality, value, function, and reliability are hallmarks of the HERCULES brand, and it makes them my first choice for making music. Remember, when it comes to supporting your music and your performance, HERCULES makes stands you can trust.